Welcome to the next part in our series on getting fabulous audio, and this time in this little episode we're going to talk about wired versus wireless. So let's kick off with wired. Why is wired good? Well, wired's good because it's literally a wired connection between your microphone and the cable and your recorder. And it's quite common to use a shotgun mic in a wired environment. So here's your shotgun mic in its basic pistol grip. Once you have the mic secured in its pistol grip, you can then mount it onto a boom pole or a lighting stand and you get really close to the subject. And of course, like we always say, the closer you are to the source of the audio, the likelihood is the better the sound you're going to get. Now the trade-off is, of course, you're going to be tethered to your camera or your mixer or your recorder. But what if you want to take your microphone away from the camera, or having a really long cable wasn't practical, or actually you want to try and eliminate cable rattle? If you want to make your shotgun microphone wireless, then one option would be to use a transmitter like this, and this will plug into your mic here on the pole, and there we go. And this will be connected to your receiver, well, on the same frequency, which will then be plugged into your camera or your recorder. Now we'll look at a few different types of wireless mics in a minute, but this has its advantages, of course, because then you're free to roam, you're free to move around, you're not attached to a cable. Let's move on to taking a dip into the wireless waters. And most people start off their wireless journey because they want to take the sound away from the camera that further than, let's say, a cable can reach, or it might not be practical. So if you're a wedding shooter and you want to put a microphone on the bride or the groom, it's common obviously to use a wireless pack. Well, I mean, you could attach a very long cable to the back of a dress and have a walk down the aisle with a huge XLR cable, but it's probably not very practical. And in most professional broadcast situations, they tend to use wireless microphones. Here is the XSWD, the lav system that I use, and it's a really simple and clean system. So this mounts on top of your camera. And again, you've got the little plug-in cable that goes into your microphone socket. You can take this off the hot shoe bracket if you like, but that sits on the hot shoe. It's nice and slim and unobtrusive. And this is the transmitter, which you can clip onto a belt, or again, you can mount in different ways. And the microphone just plugs into here, and that is your wireless system. Now this system is really good at doing stuff like we're doing now. So it's really great for vlogging, or if you want to do a bit of run and gun shooting. This is also good for those impromptu moments where you get grabbed and asked to do a quick vox pop or a quick piece to camera. So I would keep this in my bag all the time. The next level up from the XSWD or the XS wireless digital system, I would suggest looking at the AVX system. The AVX is something that I use all the time. I'm using it today. I've got the microphone hidden away in my shirt here, and I've got the receiver plugged into the side of my mixer. And you can see it's such a neat and clean setup. Like the XSWD, it comes in a variety of combination packs. So I have a handheld mic, I have the body pack transmitter, and of course I have the receiver and the lav mic. And it's really a very versatile kit. So if I'm out on the street or at a conference maybe, and I'm doing on-the-spot interviews, then you whip out the handheld mic. There's a little hack that I sometimes do. If you're in a pinch and you haven't got your plug-on transmitter for your shotgun mic, or you want to make a shotgun mic or any mic wireless, what you can do is you can take your wireless transmitter and you can take your shotgun mic with a nice dangly cable, and of course you can plug that into your transmitter, and that will give you a wireless system. If you're finding that you need a lot more range when you record wirelessly, so let's say you're doing a lot of stuff where the subject or your interviewee is far from camera, or you want a system which is slightly more robust in that there's a lot more components and it's been around for a while, then it's probably inevitable that you're going to go for something like the Sennheiser, the G4 system. Now the G4 system works on UHF, which means you need a license for it in the UK, and you buy it, I think it's about 40-50 quid a year, and then you can then use a range of channels. Both the transmitter and the receiver use AA batteries to power them, which is great because they're pretty much available anywhere in the world. You have to be the judge of what's best for the situation. It might be, like we said at the start, that using a wire and a shotgun mic is absolutely fine. But once you start wanting to do a bit more dynamic movement and some shots, you're then going to have to look at wireless microphone systems. And my final words of wisdom this time will be, don't underestimate the importance of getting good audio, just as, if not more important than getting good pictures. Until next time, take care of yourselves, stay safe, we'll see you soon.